Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. We have been using them. I've been using them for about a month. How long have you been using them for, E? Can you disclose?
Longer than that.
Longer than that, okay.
That's all I say.
He's being political. Right, let's address the elephant in the room first. Everybody's going to be saying it in the comments. Everybody has been saying it. AirPods Pro clone. That's what the people say, like in terms of the design, right? Would you agree?
Partially, yes. The stem design is something that Apple basically spearheaded. They're not the first, spearheaded is the best way to put it. But for what they wanted to do and what they've done with these buds, there's really no other way, honestly. It's
okay.
It's a factual thing.
You're justifying it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
here's the thing.
I'll explain. Okay. Go ahead. I'll explain.
No, so I would say that, okay, so the silver ones, right? They look brilliant. I really like the look of the silver ones. They look different enough, right? The white ones though, like this is the thing, and they sent me the white ones as well. Come on, Samsung, you could have sent me the silver ones. I'm gonna have to buy the silver ones. But the white ones, like when you look at them side by side, you're like, okay, yeah, and you're gonna get that comparison. Now they have done things to differentiate it. Like I do like the blade lights. I really like the look of those, and the fact that it tells you how much battery you've got just by looking at those lights. It's nice. They shine if you've lost your buds, so that you can see it, which I need because this brings me on to my next point, which I actually lost my Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. Just moment of silence there for those. Man, you know what? Those were my favorite buds because they fit in my ear, right? Yeah. And my ears, not many earbuds actually sit inside my ears. The Buds 2 Pro did, okay? Now, the Buds 3 Pro are not bad. I'm going to give it that. They're not bad. They do stay in my ears, but not as well as the Buds 2 Pro did. What about you?
So I've noticed for me, the best way for me to actually make them fit in my ears is if let me actually pull the right ones out here. If I take them and then I twist them upwards, like it has to point forward up to fit best. Yeah.
Okay. Upwards.
Yeah, upwards a little bit. It almost feels like it locks into place a little bit. One of the things I noticed is I think it's because of the slippery nature of the material. You remember the Buds 2 Pro have a more like textured feel to it. So
I think certain versions did, because the one I did was still glossy, but they just, because of the design, like kind of because they sit in your ears and they're not hanging out, they did fit better.
Which ones did you have? Did you have the white or black ones?
Black.
Okay. So the black ones were a little bit glossy. The white ones had a little bit of texture. The black ones for me kept on like moving a little bit. The white ones stayed like completely, at least for me. So, but yeah, so
in terms of sitting in your ear, Buds 2 Pro or Buds 3 Pro?
2 Pro still fit.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. That's fine. So we're on the same page there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So in that aspect, I think it does. I think one of the biggest things that, at least for me, I enjoyed is the audio improvements. Hands 100%. Down, 100%. And the reason I said that there's two ways of doing this properly is you can go Sony's route and it becomes bigger. You know how the Sony Buds always tend to look bigger because Sony has dual drivers. These have dual drivers in there, which of course take up a lot of space, which allow you to put the microphones on the stem. So that's one of the things why the design language is just definitely different.
Yeah. Now, so this is the thing. So like, because of that, I have to admit the call quality is better, and that's obviously just physics. Having a stem that kind of goes down and it's closer to your vocals, it's going to just pick those up better rather than if it's all the way just in your ear. So I agree that call quality with the mics is better, right? But I mean, just generally, as you were saying, audio quality is crisp. It's very, very good. Some of the best, I would say. Would you agree when it comes to earbuds? Oh, yeah. Some of the best out there.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's up there with.
I did watch your video, but for your sort of for the viewers here who don't watch your videos, I'm kidding. AirPods Pro or Galaxy Buds 3 Pro?
Galaxy Buds.
Okay.
Galaxy Buds.
All right, that's good to know.
And also for the extra aspect is you have built-in EQs that you can customize. Because even I customize my EQs whenever I can, and finding that Samsung has brought it in. Samsung used to just have presets. You had like rock, dynamic, or whatever. Now you can customize it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So
amazing.
For that alone, it's already better.
Okay, noise cancellation, ANC, active noise cancellation.
I say they're about the same, but I will say again, going back to your fit, if it kind of moves or swiggles a little bit, I've noticed that I lose a lot off. So I always have to. That's why when I realized I had to tighten it up, then it's fine. But yeah.
Okay, all right. That's interesting because again, ANC is brilliant. Battery life is also excellent. I mean, you've got around with ANC on, you've got around 6 hours on the buds, and then you've got 26 hours in the case. So like, once you've charged the case up fully, and you're on your way, you don't have to think about charging them up for a while. So yeah. Now the price though, £220 in the UK and $250 in the US.
Yeah, they're going for that top tier premium pricing. Honestly, I think Samsung is doing it for two reasons. One is to remind people that this is as the same as AirPods, because AirPods come out at $250 whenever they launch. And also gives them more wiggle room whenever they have discounts or sales or anything throughout the year. So it always hits that $199 price point, which most people will jump at, at least they will move at that price point. I think it's a smart move because what I found out in the audio space, and this is, I blame Qualcomm, not in a bad way, so it's not your fault, Qualcomm. When Qualcomm released the Snapdragon Sound, they had a bunch of chips. They announced I think it was like a year ago, 2 years ago, the series of chips. Yeah. That brought in a lot of good low-end, low-price earbuds. So that's why you have things like the Nothing Buds at like $99 that sound really good. They even some at J Labs is now the big thing, and they're like $50, and they sound pretty decent, right? Yeah. So it's really modeled the space where if you're someone like Samsung, you really have to go, no, we're here. We're up here. We're up here. And I think that's the only way you have to do it, or else people will go, well, I would just spend $50, $100.
Well, the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, you can pick them up for now about £100, which I think is a good deal for some very good. So if you do want to save a bit and you don't like the stem design like I do, then you might, because I might have to get another pair, man, because I just miss them so much. And I actually put earphones on when I'm sleeping, right? Before I go to sleep, I put on some. This is my way of getting to sleep, right?
Do you listen to audiobook or?
No, I just put on some documentaries about space, and I just kind of doze off. Or like something like.
No, I don't blame you. I'm the same way. I listen to a lot of audiobooks that all are space operas. If there's no starships or galaxies, I'm not listening to it. So it's the same thing. I just put it on and then it takes me to
and then you just doze off and then you just go off into the stars and then you just stream. So that's my way. Now the problem is with if you've got anything with stems, you just can't, like, if you do lean over, whereas the buds, I mean you can still feel them, but if you've got a soft and a pillow, they're kind of like, whereas with these, it's not, you can't really do that, which I don't like. So that's something that I'll see. But anyway, I mean, overall positive reviews. Now there was some quality control issues. There's been some talk about I think it was the ear tips that were like breaking apart and stuff.
Yeah.
So there was I've not had any issues with mine, but apparently some users have reported them, and then like the sales are pushed back. Right now, I was just looking on Samsung's website. If you do pre-order these right now in the US, they'll come on the 28th of August and on the 4th of September in the UK. So there does seem to be a bit of quality control issues that have been addressed in the background. So just something to bear in mind. But I've not had those, and neither has Cinnabon. So just from our perspective, that's not something we've experienced.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad at least they responded quickly to it, which is always good.
Yeah, of course.